This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
You're listening to INC Radio.
Broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois. DZEM 954 AM station. Here to bring you great conversations about faith, people, places, culture, and recent events all around the district. Join us on YouTube at INCRadio.org. Hello, Northern Midwest and the rest of the world. It's time to get this show started.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning into INC Radio Northern Midwest Satellite Studio. We are here coming to you from Chicago, the Great Lakes area, but personally, I am Gabriel Romero, one of your hosts for today from Bloomingdale, Illinois, not too far from Chicago. Glad to have you all with us wherever you are listening from in the world. And don't forget to drop your comments, your greetings, down below or on the side wherever that chat box is, and we'll be sure to share your thoughts on our topic today during our show, which you can see down below. We're going to be talking about and ponder the question, what comes after high school, right? Here, at least in the United States, right? Graduation season is here for elementary. Yeah, you could call it elementary school graduation, right? Middle school, high school, college, you name it, graduation season is here. And so we're going to talk to one of our brothers here from our district, here in the local congregation of Lake County, for his thoughts on how he is preparing for what is to come. So I know we had a very busy day so far, at least. Next week we'll be able to share the happenings of this morning, which include our CFO day and our CFO Cares event. So look forward to those pictures next week. But for now, our topic again for what comes after high school. Let's say hi to our brother here who's joining us from Lake County. If you don't mind, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hello, my name is Axel Pio, and I'm gonna graduate high school tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's awesome. Well, congratulations in advance. I was going to ask if it already happened or tomorrow, but it's tomorrow. So congratulations in advance, and I'm sure that is a very important milestone, which you're glad to reach here. But I guess quickly, how was high school overall? Stressful? Glad that it's over, maybe.
I actually really enjoyed high school. It was really fun. I enjoyed like all the memories. I enjoyed hanging out with my friends. I did transfer from Chicago to over here in Lake County. But even then, I still quickly adapted to it. I still made a lot of friends. You know, I'd say it's easy being like extroverted. You know.
Okay. I was gonna say I was a little bit of the opposite actually in high school. Although I did like a lot of stuff, not really as extroverted as you are. But we each have our own different experiences. But that was something that I didn't know that you mentioned. So during your high school experience, you switched schools, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm correct too, did you start high school during the pandemic where everyone was situated at home, or were you able to be back in the classrooms then at that point?
I started high school like right after lockdown, got eased off. So, but everyone was still wearing masks in the class, but it was we were in the classes though. So yeah.
Okay, so you kind of got to experience everything which happened during high school, doing classes at home versus having it in the classroom now. But let's go back to now to tomorrow, I guess, and the weeks to come. Do you have anything, or what are your post high school plans?
I say for short term, I would say just really focus on college now, and try to live my youth still. And for long term, I say get a really good job as nursing because I do want to be a nurse, BSN. But yeah, I'd say those are my short term and long term goals.
Nice. Okay, I mean, right. Are you going to be you did say you were going to college, right? The fall, the upcoming fall. Is it going to be in the area still, or are you going to be moving elsewhere?
It's gonna be at college. It's just 20 minutes away from me.
Okay, so you decided to say
Yeah.
local. If I may ask, because there may be some, upcoming seniors or high school students who may be in your shoes who maybe deciding on a major. What made you choose to stay local versus, maybe, or I guess the question before that, were you looking out out of state?
I wasn't really looking at
Okay.
because it's like really expensive.
Ah,
Also, the college here close to me, it's a really good community college. So even if I could at least get my associate's degree in registered nursing as like the bare minimum,
okay.
So at least I do have a stable job.
Okay. Was that like the driving factor to stay local, like the cost? I know, yeah, like what you were saying, in-state tuition versus out-of-state. There's a big price difference. So, was that the main reason why you chose to stay local, or was it the college itself? Because you did mention like the program was really good. So, or were there other factors which made
Yeah,
you decide to stay?
there's a few factors like how close it was. It's only 20 minutes away from me, and the price is really good. It's cheap. And it does have a good nursing program too. And also, I have a lot of friends going there too. So it's like multiple factors.
Okay, well, that's also a good part of it too, like knowing that there are a lot of your high school classmates who will be going to that same college. At least, if maybe the same program, I'm not sure, but at least you'll be able to see them more often. Like I remember, like my high school experience or going to college, I chose to go out of state to Minnesota. Actually, I'm from here, but I chose to go out of state for Minnesota. I did like the program. Um, and it was a nice mix of the college scene, like with all the buildings and all of that, but it was within a city, right? Because there are some colleges that are like I don't want to be like middle of nowhere where there's absolutely nothing around, but you know what I mean. Like there's lots of colleges that are just out there far from any like city, so I liked staying close to like a more urban environment. So very interesting to hear that from your experience there. But I know you mentioned short term, or I guess have you been doing any preparations before going into nursing? Is there anything you can do before like going into nursing school? Because I know like once you get accepted to the program, I guess. But are you doing anything to help yourself get ready for that first day?
I've kind of been getting ready for my this whole senior year. I'm taking an anatomy class, so it really is helping me. Because I say I'm at a head start right now, and also my whole family is like nurses. Like my parents, my aunties, they're nurses, so they can help me and get like they can help me with stuff like job opportunities, or if I need help with something, I have a question, I can just ask them for help. You know.
Nice. Yeah, that's a really good point to make. That yeah, helping prepare for your college experience. At least for you, it's a really big help because some family members, especially who were directly, like they know your program, they know the ins and outs of what you need to do to be successful in that degree, which is really nice. But couldn't really do that with mine. None of my parents had a chemistry degree, so I couldn't really ask them for help in that way. But it's good to know that you do have all of that support in terms of getting ready. And it sounds like that you have a lot done. Are there more things that you're still trying to get done before the summer ends?
Before the summer ends, I'd say, well, personally, I just want to get in shape because I've been eating a lot. Uh,
Same.
yeah. So I just want to get like the quote unquote summer body.
Mm,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Like, of course, like the summer before your high school, I mean, before college starts, right?
Yeah.
For those especially who move away, right? They want to spend all that time with friends and with family as much as they can. But at least for you, it sounds like you're taking it more of an opportunity to like improve yourself a bit more to prepare for college. At least you're not going to be too far from any other friends or family. Anything that you're planning with your family, maybe. Yeah, I know you'll see them like a lot more often. I mean, you'll still see them often because college isn't too far away. But are you planning to do like a big celebratory trip, maybe, or something like that?
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure. Um, we're not thinking about vacations yet. We're still gonna start on my college first, and then
Okay.
after that, we're gonna see where it goes from there. You know. So yeah, I wouldn't say. I say we're graduating. We celebrate my graduation first, and then after that, we just see where we're gonna go from there.
Okay. Very nice. I like that mindset to have. Concentrate on the graduation first, and then I really do like that mindset you're having of you're already, I guess, getting your foot in the door of doing what you can for college. It is really nice, but I guess we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier too, but it sounded like you had a good time in high school, but how are you feeling about what is to come? How are there nerves settling in? But it doesn't sound like there were because you sound like you had a lot of preparation. But how are you feeling for taking this next big step in your life?
Uh, to be honest, I haven't even it hasn't even settled in yet.
Not
Like
yet.
my mind is still like get ready for the next day of school. I still can't believe that I'm graduating. But as of now, I say I'm calm about college as of right now.
That's very nice. Okay. Um, that's good. That's good that you're calm because some may just be like worried about the financial cost already of college, or what to get for college, or you know how classes are going to be very different in college versus high school. Have you heard, or has any friends or family already like prepared, like have they given you any advice on how to prepare for nursing school and like comparing college to your high school experience?
Um, I'm not really sure. Mm, I can ask my parents for help as when once college starts, but as of right now, not really. I haven't really thought about like help or anything because
Okay. Good to know. I really like your calm approach to everything that's going on. It's, I think, something that those who may be in high school now going to college can really like look up to, because it is a very important milestone, which could bring a lot of nerves, especially if you're unsure about what to do next. It's good to hear that a lot of youth now I see are, uh, already thinking of what to do for the future and are already taking steps to make sure that they follow through with it, and that's really awesome. A good quality, I think, to have. So, um, I guess is aside from friends in high school, being the extrovert that you are. Is there anything else that you are going to miss about your high school experience? Classes, teachers, subjects, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yes, I actually will miss like the I'd say like the vibe, all around vibes, like the environment. Just really the high school experience, I would say. The teachers were really nice. They like whenever I just wanted to talk, I could just talk to them. You know, they were just like I'd say like friends, not friends, but you could just talk to them. They're really friendly and open. Yeah, it's just a good like community, good community.
I love that. That is, and I'm sure that I'm already anticipating that you're not going to have any problem shit making friends in college and during nursing school. Uh, I'm sure a lot of studying, at least from what I gather. It's going to be a lot of memorization, studying,
Yes.
anatomy. I didn't do that well in anatomy when I was in college, so maybe you could teach me a thing or two eventually. But now that is really great to hear that. For you, your summer seems like it's maybe not quite planned out yet, but you already have your future plans in place, which is really good to hear, and a great example for our listeners in our YouTube live chat to help your maybe if you're a parent with a child in high school approaching that age, right, 17, 18, yeah, how you can help prepare them for their college, right? Take them on college visits if needed to see if that environment works best. Prepare for the major that they want to study. Give them all the available resources. Figure out your finances if that's possible. And it sounds like to you, Axel, you've got a lot of that down. So really nice to hear. But I want to see. I don't know, EJ, if you saw any of our commenters in our YouTube live chat who may have shared similar experiences or something they would like to do during high school.
I'm seeing a lot of people mentioning, like going to like community college for like the first 2 years,
Mhm.
and then like moving to a university after those two. Let's say, which just seems more like because we all know how expensive college can be. It can be expensive. So yeah, they're all mentioning like you can, like this is things you can do. I saw someone, I forgot who it was, but I saw someone also mention, like if you're like and like this is practical if you're if you're close to home, if your college is close to home,
Mhm.
you don't need to do dorms. Like if it's like within reasonable distance, yeah, you can just stay with your parents, and then like just commute, or if you're driving, that's even better. You can just drive to like your college. But yeah, those are like some of the comments that we have in our live chat.
Okay. No, that does align with what Axel said, right? Going local instead of going out of state for those costs. And yeah, I forgot that aspect of college to the dorming versus staying with your family, especially if you do live local. That's what I ended up doing, and I grew a love of public transportation in that way because I depended on the bus a lot when I was in college to take that to go to campus. Um, and it also was a way for me to get to learn the city a bit more, especially if like a bus was late or it was delayed due to weather. So it was nice to see the city in that way because not a lot of people, at least if you were on the outsides of the main cities, right? Like public transportation is not something we take too often, but if you're within like the city, like if you lived in New York, for example, right, you depend on public transportation a lot. So that is a good take on the college experience too for those who may be doing the same thing once they graduate high school. So. Um, yeah, I guess one last question for you, Axel, before we move on to our next topic or next segment here. Why did you find it so important that you were taking all of these steps to prepare for your college degree and for your future as a whole?
Uh, I'd say my preparation going to college is really important. because if you're just like that person who goes to college and doesn't really know what to do, be lost. And I don't want to be that. No, it obviously would be easier, and I don't want to. I just want to just take it easier in college. I say, um, it is important to prepare, of course,
Right.
but so I can just have a time in college, like
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to explain sometimes.
I mean, there are a lot of things that you could consider, right? I mean, you did kind of touch on them a bit earlier in our show, like the um the costs and all of that may be stressful, and it's easier, I think, to tackle those earlier on, and prepare to be more proactive instead of reactive, right? Because you don't want to find yourself in that situation too late where it's like, oh, maybe this isn't the degree that I really wanted to take. Or you may find something new along the way, right? Or, you may find that maybe the college that you went to wasn't the best. So it's good to do all of that research ahead of time so that you are very well prepared. So, again, I'd like to say congratulations to you graduating tomorrow, Axel. I guess quickly, is there anyone that you would like to, thank, for helping you, or just in general?
Well, first of all, I like to thank God, of course, because He has really given me and my family blessings. Um, Without Him, it would be hard. And second, I would like to thank my family because they used the opportunities that God gave them, and they made the most out of it. So I would like to thank my family too, and my friends for sticking with me too throughout all of high school, throughout my middle school, just all out throughout my school years. So I'd like to thank them.
Nice. I love to hear that from you. And I'll just quickly read one, at least one that I saw from Melissa Allen. She wants to say, you have good qualities, and more importantly, you're active in the church. With God's help, you'll be successful in your career path. So you have congratulations there in our YouTube live chat as well as Brother Brian Tom, also there in our live chat. Sister Rhea Perennial was also in our live chat. So a lot of support from your local congregation of Lake County, giving their congratulations to you and wishing you more success to come, not only tomorrow, but in the future. And speaking of success, that is our word for today, to sign. So let's learn from our Christian Society for the Deaf officers on how to sign the word success.
This is your sign.
I'm Sister Alexis from the CSD, or the Christian Society for the Deaf, and for the sign of the week, we will be signing success. To do the sign, what you'll do is take both of your hands and stick only your index fingers up, or creating a 1. Next, you will bring your fingers to the corner of your lips like this. And lastly, you will just turn your fingers upward like this. In this sign, make sure you are smiling throughout the sign to show that you are happy that you are achieving success or being successful. So, to sign success, again.
This is your sign.
And thank you to our CS department for showing us how to sign the word success. And speaking of success, we had some successful activities in the last week, and actually earlier today as well, like an activity we all just came from. So let's look at the activities that we've had from last Sunday, as well as from today. We'll help show the pictures. But yes, last Sunday we had our let's see what activity. Our Care for Humanity activity, where we give out, like some goodie bags, some what do you call it? Like groceries to our community, to help it cost a little bit, how expensive it can be. And then we also had some medical services for them, like our blood pressure check, what do you call those?
Blood sugar. The
blood sugar check. I forgot what it's called. But yes. Yeah, we also have our upcoming activities, which is our CFO cares. This is the local level. Earlier we had the district level. So these are the schedules for the different local congregations. Then we have our Unity Games on May 25 to May 26. I hope you're all excited. If I'm not mistaken, the games are going to be bowling and volleyball, as you can see. But yes, those are our upcoming and recent activities here in our district. And, as part of our show as well, we are featuring the different comments, the entertaining or insightful comments that we've had from our previous show. And our previous show was about the little things that make it better. So our first off, let's look at the creative hashtags, from Chesterton, from Bloomingdale, from Lexington, and from Cleveland. I like those hashtags. Very creative. And then we have great idea, or like these are the like great minds think alike. Talking about the little things that make their day better. And then we wanted to say congratulations to the local foundations, Chicago North, Milwaukee, Lexington, and Cleveland for their active participation in our in last week's show. Who knows if you might see your local congregation there as well. And, I know our time is running a little bit short and we will have to close up shortly, but we do want to say first, like a happy anniversary to the local congregations of Lake County and Cincinnati. Lake County is tomorrow. Their anniversary is tomorrow, and Cincinnati is on May 21. They're both celebrating 29 years. So close to a milestone anniversary. And we do want to say thank you as well. We want to say congratulations as well to Charles C., Henry C., and Venus Williams because they are going to be graduating from nursing. And then we want to say congratulations as well to Joshua Manuel for graduating in Bachelor's of Science in Cybersecurity. And of course, we can't end our show without saying our special thanks to the people who make our show possible. First off, to our district ministers here in our district, Brother R2P Agad, our assistant district minister, and Brother Elmer A. Sarmiento, our district minister. And of course, a very special thanks to Brother Wally Taray, our INCRadio station manager, to Brother Angelo Irania V. Manalo, our CEBSI president and CFO coordinator, and to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister. Thank you for making our show possible. And we do hope to see you all again in next week for another topic on INCRadio Northern Midwest. We do hope, you all stay phenomenal, be phenomenal, and we'll see you again. Have a great weekend, everyone.
See you. Okay. Congrats again to Lake County and the graduates.